Is it the second annual Femboi Friday? Have we done a Femboi Friday? I feel like we have. We've done a Femboi Thursday. I feel like we've also done Femboi Friday. But if not, it's the first one. And if not that, it's the second one. So yeah, I'm gonna make some dinner. I was actually not planning on going live today. However, Dig had a short day today, and he came home early and is taking a nap, and so I figured, oh, why not? Oh, why not? Why not? So let's get her going. Let's see. The patron saint of Dookie, Jamie Lee Curtis. Mm. Mm. All right. Okay. All right. Got some potatoes that I boiled the day before yesterday. I thought I was going to be making them yesterday, but then I discovered a bucatini. Hey, everyone. Hey, greetings. Making dinner. I was actually not planning on doing a live today, but Dig got home early and decided to take a nap, so I figured, let's go. All right. So what am I going to do first? We're going to do the least cooked thing first. And that's probably the vegetables. And then it's the turkey. And then it's the potatoes. So let's get some broth in this piece. Though yesterday, that squash yesterday was really good. Came out wonderfully. You're at the base for your monthly training. Ooh, is that a good thing? Is that like a fun time for all? Like, do you get to catch up with other people? Or is it more like tedious? Hi, Christine. Greetings. Now I'm making dinner. I got a turkey breast that I put in the oven for a little bit. We're gonna like reverse sear it. And then I have some potatoes that I boiled a couple days ago, and we're going to pan roast them with some garlic and some broccoli. And I'm thinking I'm gonna do broccoli with like sweet peppers. I am glad you didn't miss it too. Yeah, I am happy to have you. And yes, you are seeing correctly. I did cut my hair. It's in a extra long mullet. That's like my terminus hairstyle before I take my braids loose. Sometimes I do like an extra long mullet where like it's short in the front and super long in the back, and other times I'll do just a mullet, just a regular mullet. Can I say Christina? Christina, please? Or just Christina? Because, like, I know some people like the phrase, like, bitch, please. Thank you, Zach, for the Markey Award. I will accept it. What would I like to say for myself? Well, it is an honor and a privilege to receive this award. I am greatly appreciative, and I guess what I would like to say, the most dismissive, diminishing way that we can approach life is to see something or a part of your life, whatever you're going through, as just a phase. Because what is life but a series of phases? And I think that they're transients. The fact that they don't last forever makes them just as important. It makes them more important because the things that matter don't last forever. And I think you should respect the journey. Always reflect upon your progress, where you are, where you started, and how far you've gotten. Because it's all just a phase. But that's life. And once you stop changing, you stop living. And that's what I would like to say. That's like my soapbox thing that I like to tell people, because I feel like it's important to keep that in mind. Shut up. It was too long. I lost the award now. Damn. Yeah, that's the price you pay for being long-winded. It is what it is. I like your eyes. Thank you. Yeah, my left one is acted up. You need God in your life. You're long lost. Where are you ascertaining that from? Also, you're like a #1 fan on here. Did you know that? Is it Amani? However you say your name. You're a #1 hater, but also #1 fan. Congratulations. Cool style. Thank you. Why do I have one eye red and one eye blue? Because it's Friday. Yeah, just for the hell of it. Let's get her right. Because it's a heart. Do I have heterochromia? No. I mean, I could. Because I would suspect that my eyes are not exactly the same color. But no. Not to meet the threshold, no. You're in here to make sure I get on the right track? Well, I appreciate it. Definitely didn't ask. But some of the best help is unsolicited. All right, let's get situated. So I'm gonna cut up these vegetables before I get into cooking anything. Love you always, not a hater. Well, I appreciate it. Either way. Where's my knife? Do. You follow, sub, and like? Thank you. Is your name Virgil? Thank you, Virgil. You were too kind. We're gonna do 2 of these because we actually don't have a whole lot of broccoli. Yeah, we only have a head. And a head on the smaller side. How much is rent? I have no idea. I mean, here it's $3.99. Well, I guess not, because Dig does pay the mortgage. But this is his dad's house or his childhood home. What is the time over here? 4 o'clock. Have a nice face. Not wearing makeup. Should be proud. Thank you. Yeah. I tend to only really wear makeup for occasions. And I feel like that's what keeps me from being the feeling authentically goth. I don't really feel goth enough because I don't be going out of my way to be spooky as fuck every day. Also, makeup is expensive. I skipped all your comments. You might be saying some wild shit that YouTube is modding. So make sure you watch your language, because I definitely would have noticed what you said. Hi, Tima. I'm glad you're here. It is all good. I'm gonna get my tablet so I can like read what people are saying. You asked me my favorite color? Probably gray. Yeah, I like gray a lot. What's good, gang? Not much. Yeah, I'm not to say like not much is good, but like there's not much going on. But also not much is good. It's not great. Things are okay. My armpit is still bugging. It got a little bit worse overnight, which it is apt to do, especially when I don't sleep well. But yesterday, Timo, I made what shade of gray? I like if you took gray and put like just like a little drop of purple in it. Let me see if I can find like a good example. I probably don't have a good example like with a little drop of purple in it, but I can show you what I mean by like what shade, because I like it like almost like heather. Let's say heather gray, where it seems like it's fuzzy. The color feels fuzzy. Maybe there's something in here that's like similar. Kind of. Like how this shirt is. Or it looks like fuzzier than it should be. Or like it has like ripples in it. It's a little distressed. But I like this particular gray. Yeah. Where it's like it's medium dark. It's closer to being dark than it is to being light. What's happening here? I'm getting my tablet so I can read y'all's comments as I'm making dinner. You're back. Welcome back. We're not cooking on that pan yet. Turn down the volume. And there we go. Beautiful. Yo, I said I would try to come back, and I did. I look like your ex? Is that what you said? You bought water for $60? A small bottle? Is it like laced with cocaine? Like what makes it so special that it costs that much? Yeah, I'm not gonna be in the tub. I already took a soak today. I was actually not intending to go live today, but because Dig came early, and so I was definitely going to, let's put it here, just do dinner and be done with it. But he decided to take a nap, so we're going to, fuck it, we'll do it live. Any F1 fans? No idea. What is that? You might have some in the making if you can give it a good pitch. You're back? Well, welcome back. Formula One. Ah, okay. There's probably at least a couple in here. Thank you. You're welcome. What's for dinner? Okay, so I got some turkey breast that I have in the oven for like 30 minutes. And we're gonna like sear it. And then I have some potatoes that I boiled a couple days ago. Yeah, oh my God. Okay, Timo, you missed yesterday I discovered that bucatini exists. And so I had to go to the store immediately and get some. But I was trying to figure out how to do a pasta nest. And it seems like it's a bit too thick to like learn how to do that with. I think I would probably do better to learn how to do one with angel hair. But yeah, the other things I'm making for dinner are some red peppers and broccoli. And I think that's it. Yeah, potatoes, turkey, red peppers, and broccoli. How would I describe my style? Nebulously alternative. Sometimes I could be a bit cyberpunk. Sometimes it's just straight up goth. And so it's easier just to say alt. Maybe streetwear. So I also wear like a lot of fitness stuff. Like what I'm wearing right now. The shorts are fitness gear. Can I read your questions? What questions did you ask, Virgil? Yeah, sometimes because I'm like, you know, doing stuff, I might not always see your questions. It's really late for a 10. Are you 10, Virgil? How are you here? Whose account are you on? Hi, Olivia and Thor. Welcome to the show. It's Femboi Friday, and I am making dinner. What was that? You're 10? Damn. You could not pay me money to be 10 again. Love my braids. Thank you. Yeah, I'm about to take them loose because you can see how much new growth I have. I have a ton. And it's literally only been like a month and a half. It hasn't even been that long. Not Femboi Friday? Yup. It is. It sure is. And I got a better packer. It's a lot better. The bulge is a bit less pronounced. And a lot more comfortable. Am I going live tomorrow? Probably not. Because I'm going to be doing Christmas stuff. And I also would like to go look at a house this weekend. I'm going to try to make that happen. I'll probably have my dad come. Because my dad's real into houses and shit. Like, we're all into houses. Because in disaster relief, we pretty much just look at houses all day. What are my new braids going to look like? I have no idea. Yeah, I haven't put a whole lot of thought into it. I had somebody ask me to do pink. I might do pink. That might be the move for the next hairdo. Am I going to be live? Yeah, I already answered the question. I'm probably not going to be live tomorrow. Let's not have this here. Yes, I apologize, but I can't always be on. But I am trying to get the numbers back up because I'm definitely shadow banned. They say that it doesn't affect your numbers, but getting demonetized, it does. It straight up does. And that's okay. That's their prerogative. Let's get some stuff. I want some Maggie. Baking? No, I'm making dinner. We are cooking. Right now I'm about to do some broccoli and peppers. Let's do the rest of these onions in here too. You got some garlic that I cut yesterday, thinking it was going to be in the carbonara. Like a dumb bitch, I was just like, Italian food, garlic. Absolutely not. My bad. Okay, and use some lemon pepper and a little bit of butter, herb seasoning, and then top it off with some Maggi. I don't know if it's Maggi or Maggie. Maybe it's Maggie. That makes more sense, but it ends with an I. And I don't need to salt this because it's got plenty of salt and like all the seasonings. Beautiful, wonderful, spectacular, amazing. Yes, I did. Yeah, I did. It's in like kind of like a long ass mullet. Hold up. So usually when I'm about to take my hair loose, I will cut it. And so the ones in the front are shorter. Because I do like me an anime mullet. And I feel like anime is like primo long ass mullet the space. I should probably taste this before I like get too carried away. Ooh. Yeah, carried away is fucking right. Jesus. It's super duper salty. So I'm gonna slosh this around a little bit and pour some out. Love my hair. Thank you, Mia. Hello, Virgil. Are you, did you leave? Have you returned? Okay, let's test this again. Oh, that's pretty good. It's so sad that you're not comfortable. At the moment, yeah. You wish me all the joy. I wish you even more, Timo. I appreciate it. 'Cause yeah, I'm not terribly comfortable. But we're getting there. Because I feel like if I concentrate too much on like how much pain I'm in, it takes longer for it to like go away. And I have this thing that I do. I don't know if it actually works. It feels like it does, but it probably doesn't. It's probably a little bit of a confirmation bias. But I have this thing that I do where I kind of psych my mind into, like when I'm in like a lot of pain or a lot of discomfort, I'll psych my mind into like, oh, it's already over. Like, and I just think that thought. Like, I can't believe I was so bent out of shape because I was in so much discomfort just 2 seconds ago when it's already over. And I just like have that on repeat, like in my cassette deck, and it's stuck, it's jammed, and it doesn't stop. And eventually it just gets better. And I don't know if it's because it literally just physically gets better, or I've convinced myself that it is better. Either way, I do feel better. District of Columbia, greetings, welcome back. I'm doing all right. I have a flare up, and it's from Thanksgiving, and it's not as bad as it was a couple days ago, but it is not great. Though it is manageable. How about you? How are you doing? You thought my video was done? Yeah, no. I'll show you my plate. Usually I'll get to the plating, because right now I'm making dinner. And so it takes longer than like 15 minutes. Is that how long the video's been going for 30 almost. Either way, I be on live for like 2 hours at a time, usually. It's not going to be that long for this live, but it's going to be longer than... Ooh, that hurts. Something hurts on me real bad. Longer than 30 minutes. See you tomorrow. Have a good day. I don't know where you are, but if it's nighttime, have a good night. If it's daytime, enjoy the rest of your day. Sometimes different kind of thought. Are you talking about the D06? 5? Are you talking about like changing your mind and thinking you're okay, but you're not okay? Ow. Damn. You too. Thank you. Oh man, I made some French toast yesterday. Listen, I made some French toast for because for the carbonara you have to use egg yolks, and so I had some whites that I was just like, well, we're not gonna just throw these away, and so I decided to make some French toast, and I have this caramel brioche bread. Bitch, listen, it's delicious. Thanks for the advice. You'll try to implement it moving forward. You're welcome. Can you talk about the title? No judgment. I'm just confused. Femboi. Femboi Friday. Hold up. I feel like you'll get a better idea when you can see the rest of my body. A Femboi Friday. Ah. Oh. Wow. Yeah, it's Femboi Friday. When I'm doing like Femboi look, if it's on a Thursday, it's Femboi Thursday. But since it's Friday, we're doing Femboi Friday. And another. What is the first song that you think of when you hear "Take Me"? I think of "Take on Me," like yeah, I hear "Take on Me" rather than like "Take Me." I don't know if I like a "Take Me to Church." Well, I don't even think of "Take Me to Church." I think of "Take Me to Snurch." There's a I think it's a TikTok where this girl's looking at these fucking snails, and they're all like congregated in one area, and she starts singing "Take Me to Snurch" because they do look like they're getting ready for service. That's a fucking superpower. Absolutely, yes. Okay. I feel like I don't think the broccoli's done enough, to be honest. Yeah, I don't think so. You think of take me home to a place? Okay, yeah, no. Yeah, not quite. She needs some more time. Hey, beautiful. Hey, Oskino. Welcome. How are you doing? Okay, I'm gonna move the tablet here. Ooh, we went on to somebody else's stream. Oopsie poopsie. Auntie B? Who's that? You're good? Yeah, you did miss me earlier, but you're here now. And that's all that matters. You don't want to ask the wrong questions? My body still looks feminine? Yeah, that's the point. Femboi. Were you talking about the, what I think? Yes, I am. You have ascertained correctly. And I do appreciate your, the delicate way in which you framed your question. What's up, Snake Eyes? You a boy for real? No. No. Am I a girl for real? No. Am I dapple? Absolutely yes. Oh shit, what up? I'm gonna turn this down and put a top on it. It wasn't rude. You're fine. I mean, it's a little dismissive towards trans people, but I understood what you meant. God, your boy's going through it. Ooh, I'm not feeling great. Don't know what's going on. I probably need to go to the doctor because like I'm having like pain in a place where I'm not used to having it. Not super thrilled about that. But you were rude though? You didn't get offended? You know what? You're right. Yeah, you're right. But I'm easy to talk to. I'm not gonna get super offended. Especially a pain in your ass. Listen. Living here, yes. But that's constant. I like it's weird when it goes away. That's funny. We're gonna do butter herb and Maggie this go around, and throw some parsley in there. Shout out, please. Is it Bust Insider? I get it. You're trying to be respectful. Yeah, no, you absolutely. You said it in a way that, like, while it could have offended somebody, there are people that it would offend. But you said it in a way that I knew it was coming from a place where you weren't trying to be offensive. And that's always appreciated. A simply wonderful human. Yeah, super duper easy. What am I making? I am making some broccoli with some sweet peppers, and I have some turkey that I put in the oven that we're gonna sear, and then some potatoes. And that's probably gonna be in some butter with some garlic and some chicken stock. No, we're not gonna do chicken stock. Just chicken. Well, no, we're gonna do some chicken stock. We're gonna hydrate it a little bit, but not that much. Not as much as the vegetables. Looks good. Thank you. Yeah, I like to do like really pretty plating, so it's gonna look like better. Are you Christian? Absolutely not. Yeah, I actually went home. I mean, it's kind of home. To New York for Thanksgiving, and most of my dad's family is Jehovah's Witness, and it's funny to be around Jehovah's Witnesses that are like practicing, and they're at a fucking gathering for a holiday, and to hear like the mental gymnastics that they do to like justify celebrating a holiday when they're not supposed to celebrate holidays. Thank you for understanding where you're coming from, of course. And thank God it's easy to talk to you. Yeah. I mean, I like to, because I think the world benefits from everybody existing in the way that they do. It benefits from the people that are, really chill and okay with whatever you say, and the people that are in the middle, and the people that get real fucking up in arms. Because I feel like a lot of the people that are up in arms have they have the energy, the motivation to be advocates. And that's important. That's very fucking important. And I'm not a person because I'm too fucking chill. I can't teach. I'm not an advocate. It's hard enough fighting for myself. I don't think I could fight for other people. Why aren't you Christian? I'm trying not to use like the first thing I think, because that is dismissive and reductive and mean. I'm not Christian because it is a way of life that I don't find brings me any kind of peace or happiness, or it doesn't add to me as a human being. And that is why I'm not Christian. You like the red eye? Yeah, it doesn't want to behave. It's a heart. Fire and water? Yeah. Turn up. Would I love you if you were warm? Yeah. Why not? I mean, you can be a Christian they them. That's possible. There's probably fewer they thems within Christianity, but just because whatever you subscribe to, like the majority of the people in that space hate you, doesn't mean that that's not something that you hold near and dear to your heart, which is unfortunate for a lot of people. There are a lot of LGBT people that have a really hard time figuring out, like, reconciling themselves with their sexuality or their gender identity and their religion, and it sucks. It sucks. I mean, I don't know from personal experience. I do know that, like, having super religious family and being the way that I am sucks. So I could only imagine how much worse it would be to have, like, that battle, the battle between me and my family, but it's me and myself. That just seems horrible. Do I have a Discord? I do, but I don't have like a server. I don't like be doing stuff on Discord because I'm kind of an introvert. Um, Despite my ability to yap endlessly, I don't actually like talking to people. This feels more like a performance. While being on Discord, like having to maintain it, just seems like a lot of work. I'm a bit lazy. You're a Christian, and don't look at you any differently. I appreciate it because you're open-minded. Absolutely. That is, I very much would like to hope there are more people out there like you than aren't. And they just don't know it yet. But I very much appreciate you being open-minded because that does matter. And even if it feels like you're not making a difference, I can tell you right now, just in saying that, you have made a difference for me. So keep being a source of light to those who are fumbling around in the dark, because there's a lot of us. You're always impressed seeing introverts streaming? Yeah, I didn't do it for a really long time because this channel is 10 years old, 10 and a half almost. And I had people saying like, you should do lives, you should stream. And I really didn't want to do it. Made me real uncomfortable. And I had to like ease my way into it. I think it's helpful to do things that I enjoy doing while I'm streaming. That makes it a little bit more, or a little less draining to do. You have strep throat currently? Oh, I'm sorry. That's horrible. I've had strep throat quite a few times to the point where like they were thinking about taking out my tonsils, and then I just stopped having it, which is nice because I was missing a lot of school. You're a mix of introvert and extrovert. We call that ambivert. So you definitely understand not wanting to mix. Yeah, definitely don't want to do a Discord server and not wanting to talk to people. Yeah, because it feels like when I do a stream, everybody can come talk during this set amount of time, however long I'm doing my stream. But when I have a Discord, it's like all day, every day, there's people interacting. And on top of like not wanting to be talking to people all the time, it just seems like, because I'm a lazy fuck, I don't want to have issues with the Discord, because I've seen a lot of people run into major problems with having Discords that they aren't necessarily the most engaged with. Let's say that. You have to take a shower? Well, enjoy your shower, Poison Ivory. Oh, not Ivory. Ivory. Poison Ivory. Enjoy your shower. Feel better. Because I know, like, usually strep throat isn't, like, so terrible that you're incapacitated. But it's not comfortable. So get comfy. Drink something warm. You get it? Social battery's small. Yeah, my capacity. Probably, like, a cool... what? 30 minutes before I start feeling like, uh-oh, I must leave. I don't want to be here. And like, real quickly, I become like, not the S word, not like straight up ready to check out, but like edging that way. I get real bad real fast. A fit check. All right. Rajan. Tis the fit. It is a Femboi Friday. It's also a poop day. Mm. Yeah, ooh. Because yeah, it goes from like sapping your social energy to sapping your physical energy real quick. I mean, at least for me. Because there is a difference between like your mental energy and like physically how you're feeling. But it's like when you have a I'm trying to think of a way to explain this. Where you have like a battery source, like any battery for like any electronic or whatever you're using, or like a computer. When you have like a power source, um, and it's taking from the battery, and you run out of power on the battery, if it's plugged in, it'll take it from the wall. But like taking it from the wall, like is like taking it from my very life force. It's like attacking my life points directly. Are those your real eyes? Yes. I forgot to show the collar? You mean the turtleneck? Ooh, shit. There you go. Got turtleneck and chain going on. Everyone is open-minded. It's just a lot of them have blinders on. Yep. Yep. I tend to agree. And you just need somewhere, like some way to disarm their blinders, and they become like putty. My life points, for real. Tell me it's not like that. Does it not feel like it's attacking your life points directly? Where's my... Oh, did I already put it back in the refrigerator? Damn. Okay, we're gonna try to get the gravy together, because this gravy is terrible. It's so fucking bad. It's super duper nasty. I don't even know how they consume this. But it's like gravy, like pre-made gravy from the jar, but like they like it. So we're gonna zhuzh it up a little bit, because I can't, in good conscience, like give this to somebody to consume. You're happy that I stream? I'm happy that you're here to watch me stream. I literally like make your day a little better every time. Every time. That put like a huge smile on my face. What am I making? I'm making some turkey and some broccoli with sweet peppers. And I have some potatoes and like butter. They're extra buttery. But they're not quite tender enough. So we're gonna steam them a little bit more. And then I'll turn up the heat and get a nice little caramelization on it. We'll put a little bit of sugar in there, because it probably needs like just a like whisper of sugar. It's a great way to describe it. I feel like, yeah, I was just giving you a hard time. It smells like cream of something. That's what it smells like. It's trying to be. I feel like the way I described it before was cream of salt water. That's exactly what it tastes like. Creamy loogies. Like it tastes like a salty loogie. That's it. It's gross. It's really bad. You're a beautiful Black Queen. Thank you. My eyes are fascinating. Yeah, they're not. They don't want to stay. This one doesn't want to stay right side up. Right side up. Yeah. No, that's right. I mean, right side down could be the same thing though. It's just whatever side's supposed to be that way, it's not that way. Yeah, no, it's not a can, it's a jar. I feel like somehow that's worse than a can. It's really bad. I'll sprinkle my little bit of sugar on here. Mm, yeah, yeah. I tend to agree. Sweet and savory, yes. Absolutely. You could say it's upside down. I mean, it is upside down, but I wanted to say like it isn't right side up. I want to say I wanted to use the negative. That is just normal socializing. What are we talking about? You were sad. You had to leave so soon yesterday. Oh yeah, did I? Was it super soon? Yeah, I did have to leave because Dig got here. Yeah, I did. But usually, like around like the time I finish dinner, I end my lives. Unless I'm going for a walk, and it's just the walk. Sometimes I come inside and we'll talk for a little bit. In my room, look at it. It's even like this like ugly anemic color. Because my mom makes gravy from scratch every Thanksgiving. Her gravy is so good. Ugh. Not as bad as the cooking line. Like that time I tried the cooking line, it was super duper nasty. I need to go back and find that because I want to clip that. Sclera outfit and my accessories. I have. I'm not entirely certain what you're trying to say, to be honest, but I do have a couple sclera lenses. Not a whole lot though, because they can be they run really expensive. I feel like I don't know. Is it ragtime? I feel like that's probably it. That's probably why I'm not feeling great. I'm a ragtime gal. Guys, a sweet date with the they them on Sunday. Any tips? Huh? On how to make them more comfortable. Do you act like for real? That's kind of fucking exciting. I'm excited. Um, let's see. They've told you that did they tell you they're they them? Or was it like on their profile? Or like was it something that they like information that was almost like public? I want to get an idea of like where they are on the journey, because it is different saying it and presenting it, like being like openly they them, or like saying I'm a they them. That very much depends. That changes my advice. Because there are some parts in the journey where it's nice to have someone say like, I don't think of you any different. But then there's other parts, like after you've kind of established yourself and you're pretty comfortable within your expression and your experience, you don't want people saying like, oh yeah, that doesn't matter to me, like all the time. They're really trad femme, attractive, and only recently out. Ah, you want to be supportive. Ooh, yeah, that's a good place to be in. For like being a person to support somebody, that's a wonderful. I love that, because you got an egg, you got a cracked egg, a newly cracked egg, and so the ways that you can be supportive, use their pronouns, because they're gonna fuck up their own pronouns. Let's see. Yeah, you can lay it on a little thicker than you would with somebody that is out and real comfortable with themselves. Like me, I don't really care. I'm not gonna get upset at you for repeatedly saying it doesn't matter to me, but it's something that like it's not a thing that's endearing to me. But I feel like it is for a person that's just discovering themselves or like just starting the journey. It is helpful to have someone like kind of a little bit holding your hand as you go. And the things, like if they're a person that wants to be more androgynous, I would say the things that you notice about them that they could accentuate that androgyny, absolutely point it out. But only if you're entirely certain. Only if you know that they want to be more andro. Because it can be taken the wrong way. But I think you should definitely foster whatever it is they're looking to do. And that's a great way to be supportive. That's fun. That's exciting. Do I listen to Bach? No, not really. You probably get a better answer from my brother. My brother listens to a lot of classic music. We were both in orchestra as kids. I played the viola and he played the bass. And he got real into it. I did not. Was not. It's not that I disliked it, but I probably would have done better with the drums. But again, we're going to come back to me getting strep throat all the motherfucking time. I had strep throat the day that we went to go see the band practice room. And so I didn't get to pick from the band stuff because I never got to see the band room. And so I ended up doing orchestra instead of band, and I really wish I had done band instead. But my brother really likes orchestra, and he goes to like see like symphony orchestras and shit. I think they had like a Sonic, he loves Sonic too, because like he's also autistic. But they had like the orchestra version of like all the Sonic songs. What's this channel about? Yeah, boy. Me. Yours truly. I literally just talk about my life and my thoughts about things because I am constantly thinking. I actually started off this channel trying to get better at peopling. After I finished college, I didn't have exposure to people, and I am pathologically introverted. And so socialness is like a second language to me, and if I don't practice it, I forget it. And so that's why I made the channel to begin with, is to be better at socializing, be better at being social. And I have since gotten a job, and so I don't really need it for that so much anymore, but it has helped to humanize people. And vis-a-vis humanizing people, it has humanized me, because I very much feel like I am not a person. I mean, I still feel like I'm quite alien, and that might just be the tism talking, But I was misanthropic. I was mean. I was a bit of a vile individual. Like, the way that I thought about other people was not great. And so having this channel helped me to see people as people and myself as a person, which I think you can only benefit from. Oh, the potatoes are screaming a little bit. They're suffering. What are we gonna put in here too? They're looking a little crispy. That is definitely what we want. Recently public. They said it to you. Okay. Well, it's kind of amazing that, because they definitely haven't said it to everybody they know, that you are a trusted person. That definitely says a lot. Ow. Yeah, I would say if they're like you, like if they're contemplative, I feel like you should ask them questions about themselves. And either they'll welcome it and want to answer those questions, or they'll get defensive. That's possible. It's absolutely a possibility. And I won't say, like, in that case, it's not a match, but it will show you, like, where they are as far as reconciling themselves with themselves. Because it's not easy. It's baby steps. Need some positive energy. Absolutely. That's why I tell people, like, my blood type is B positive. Because I like to be positive. Viola is a pretty good skill. I think it's better to grow. Well, I feel like I would have done drums. But yeah, viola is, I do like the instrument itself. It's just, I don't know if it's me. Because I more see, like, my body as an instrument. And I think percussion is better geared towards that. I think I would have ended up doing it longer. Because I just did it for the 3 years of middle school and stopped. Because it wasn't quite my thing. Okay, I'm going to throw some curly parsley. I don't think I'm going to do the Italian parsley. I'm going to do some curly parsley in here. And some green onions. Well, this cilantro smells really good. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yesterday I said I was going to show y'all the, like, giant ass green onions. This is 2 of them. The bitch is huge. It's like leeks. Like small leeks. And what would you say? Let me go back. Okay. And what would you say is the best way for them to feel comfortable expressing the way that they want to be, as they are definitely still developing when it comes? So yeah, I would say, like, give them options and be open to all the things that they're interested in doing, because each one is like a seedling for, like, a tree that branches off into somewhere else. And so, like, for me, it took Dig like 8 years to use my pronouns, because he's an English major and didn't see, he thought of they them as, like, it can only be for multiple people. What am I cooking today, artist? We're making turkey, potatoes, and broccoli. But yeah, it took him a long time to use my pronouns, and in that nearly decade, I was growing myself, like without your help. And it sucks to be in somebody's life and they are a totally different person than when you met them. But you have to actively decide not to be a part of their life. You have to actively decide, like, I don't want to help you grow. I don't want to see where this goes. I don't want to be a part of this growth because it's a threat to me. So be the opposite of that. Nurture every seedling that you see, because each one could be a magnificent tree. And it could also fizzle out. It could also be, you know, a just FAs, like people say. But I tend to feel like the phases are what make life worth living. Because if we stayed static the entire time we existed, it would not be great. Zoomer, greetings. Hi, artist. Oh yeah, I already said hi to you. But hi again. Yeah, don't forget to tap that screen. Turn up. Getting it back now. Jobs definitely help. Great deal with that whole rebirth, restoring those social skills. Yeah, it does. It does. And especially my job. Do I have anger management issues? I used to as a kid. Yeah, I did. And I had like an anger management class that I went to in like elementary school. And my parents called it attitude problems. That I had an attitude. And it ended up that I have autism and I do autistic shutdown. When people yell at me, I shut down. I stop talking. And my anger management problems were because I wasn't being understood and I was getting fucking frustrated. It's turkey time. You're heading out, artist? Well, I appreciate you coming through. As always, take it easy and keep it cheesy. Unless you're lactose intolerant. Santeria? Is that like almost Santeria, but not? No, wait, Chanteria. Sorry. Greetings. Hi. I'm making turkey. Oh, your video's super lagged, so you missed my points on the last comment. Ooh, okay. Were there any points that you got? Ow. She's a little wet. So, what I said was, Nurture every seedling that you see come along, because you don't know which one is like the next tree, and so you just treat everyone like it's a tree. And I was saying that an example is that it took Dig 8 years to use my pronouns. It took nearly a decade, because he felt that like they them could not be used for in the singular, and so it very much felt like he actively decided he didn't want to be a part of my growth because it was a threat to him. And in that, he missed every checkpoint I made during that time. During like, because it's like second puberty. It's like a second developmental stage in your life. And you have like a whole bunch of, checkpoints along the way. And deciding to ignore that was going on, he missed all those points. So it's like having a child and not being a part of their lives as they're developing. And so there's parts that he just doesn't get, he doesn't understand, and he's not invested in. And I would say, if you have the chance at the beginning of someone's journey to help them along the way, to make them feel a little bit more comfortable, to make them feel accepted and appreciated and loved, absolutely take full advantage of it, because it's a lonely, arduous journey to do by yourself. It's a scary place to be in. Not to know yourself, but searching for it. And to have someone that's supposedly in your corner telling you every step of the way that you're doing the wrong thing, it hurts. It hurts a lot. And then also, you just want to be well versed on who they are. Like, you have a vested interest in the people that you decide to have in your life. Just to know. I think you should just know. Like, not even because of what you're trying to gain something from the experience. You're trying to gain something from that person, but because it's a new experience to have. And it's broadening your understanding of the world in general. Yeah, I appreciate it, Timo. I mean, I'm definitely stronger for it, but I'm definitely also one of those people that doesn't subscribe to what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Because literally what doesn't kill you, and that's it. Yeah, usually it's the amount of thought that you're putting into the processing of a trauma that makes you a more well-rounded person. But you could process literally everything and anything at any given point. You don't have to go through pain. You don't have to give little pieces of yourself in order to build yourself up. And in fact, it's very fucking counterintuitive. Like, how are you gonna break off pieces of a building to build the building? Potatoes. Ooh. She didn't make it. It does suck. It does. But we're in a very different place than we were over a decade ago. Things are a lot better. And just like I was kind of given the benefit of the doubt, in becoming a person that he might not be attracted to anymore, I tried to give him also the benefit of the doubt that he would become a person that isn't bigoted. Straight up. Parsley. You wear your trauma. You do. You absolutely do. It just depends on how you accessorize it. Do you wear it well? Do you take the pieces of broken glass, or do you take the torn up shreds of paper and make it into a nice paper crane? Do you make it into something beautiful? Do you make it into something worthwhile? Or do you just crumple it up and hope that people think it looks nice? Because that seems a little ridiculous. Oh, we could have put bacon in this bitch. Oh, we could have put bacon in here. We could have. We're not doing that. But I do have bacon that I could be using because I don't really use bacon often. You don't really understand the opposite attract thing? Yeah, no, they kind of don't. Yeah, like there are people that have components of themselves that are diametrically opposed, I guess, to others that they attract. But it's not like wholesale opposites attract. It's like I'm an introvert and I have an extroverted husband, or what I'm a person that's real into planning things and I have a husband that isn't, or like stuff like small things. It's not going to be like the whole of you, like especially with your interests. That's not a thing that's going to be happening. You want to accessorize my trauma with a hug, a nice meal, no judgmental conversation about all that shit. I appreciate it. Do that with your they them. That's exactly what they need. Because I can guarantee you there is somebody in their life that is not as receptive. You want that? Give me that. Oh, what are we talking about? God, I could put some bacon in here. It would look really nice with the potatoes, wouldn't it? And I can't try these either. I just gotta hope that they're soft enough. Let's see how she's feeling on the inside. I wanna feel you from the inside. Because it was in the oven for 30 minutes, so it hit like 160 because it was in there on 350 or 315 or 325. Transition. Yeah, that's happening. I feel like I'm not done with it. It's kind of like a never-ending experience. You're in your 30s, so they aren't new friends. Yeah. 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 I do. Whew. Yeah. I remember having a friend. I don't know if I told y'all on on the stream. I have a friend who I let she did a favor. Took my dog because my dog had really bad separation anxiety, and she was taking care of her. I have a video about it. I'll put it in the community tab. But she was taking care of my dog and took her to a kennel and just left her there. But she didn't just leave my dog there. She told me my dog died. And this same friend, I told her, or I asked her, if I transitioned, if I identify as a different gender than I was at birth, would you still be friends with me? And she said no. That should have been my first fucking red flag. Should have taken that to heart. Because I straight up just didn't believe her. Because she's gay as fuck. But you know what? Maybe she meant that shit. And I think like now, because I didn't stop following her on Instagram. I forgot that like she was on my Instagram. Um, and now it seems like she's well adjusted. It seems like her life is better. And I can't hold a grudge. I literally just cannot. And if she wanted to get back to hanging out and stuff, I'd be down. Because she seems like she went through a lot. Like she was in foster care for a while, and her mom's insane and she's bipolar, and so I try not to hold it against her. But she put me through some fucking hell. For real. My friend that I go to jail. Yeah, she said that she didn't want to disappoint me. And I told her, like, that's literally the only way you can disappoint me is fucking lie to me. That's the only way. And, like, I had sent her money. My parents were sending her money. I had sent her, like, Canine Advantix. Because, like, within the first week, because she had her for a month. And then after a month is when shit started going crazy. And after that, it was, like, maybe a half a month where I'm like, I don't know where my dog is. I don't know where my dog is. And so, I did end up getting my dog back, but it was a lot. Why did I even mention that? Oh yeah, she said she didn't want to disappoint me, and she had been accepting money and accepting things when literally the first week she had my dog, she took her to the kennel. So she didn't have my dog literally for like 3 weeks after that first week. And I remember she came back to my parents' house and she was changing her oil at my parents' house. Bruh. And my parents were like, where's Gracie at? And she's like, oh, I put her in the kennel. And I was like, well, I don't know if I'm going to be able to pay for that. Because, like, I'm giving you money to take care of her. I don't really have the funds to put her in a kennel. Because otherwise, I would have put her in a kennel. So, I hope you know that. So I don't know where that went, but yeah, it was a month's worth, over a month's worth of kennel fees that I didn't pay. I wasn't paying that shit. But yeah, I remembered that she had a chip, and I never got the chip activated, so I went ahead and activated the chip and reported her as stolen. And luckily, the people at the kennel, because they definitely checked the chip when they first got my dog. But they checked it again. Not sure why, but I'm glad they did. And I got a call while I was at school to come get my dog. And I was like, bitch, I literally thought I was never going to see my dog again. Because she told me that she had adopted my dog out. She'd taken her to an adoption agency or to the pound. And that she's in a good home now. Like, bitch, what the fuck are you talking about? This tastes so bad. Logic has left the chat. Yeah. Your BFF, you've had a crush on for a while now, and I thought was straight. Ooh, just asked me to be her girlfriend. Oh my God, Destiny? Listen, what'd you say? What did you say? When did this happen? This is exciting. Everybody's like living their best life. Of course. I mean, I'm just making sure. Some of us out here are self-saboteurs, so that was me. I don't think I would say no though. Though when I was younger, I was not entirely in a place where I was like accepting my ness. Or maybe, like, the thought would run in my head where, like, what are my parents going to think? Like, up until I was, like, 20. Because I did have a girlfriend at 20. But that was, like, because I wasn't home. And they didn't know. I didn't tell them. Self-sabotage. Listen. Don't do that. None of us do that. Silly me. Absolutely not. Yeah, this is bad. This tastes horrible. Maybe if you heat it up a little bit, it'll be less offensive. Let's see. I think we're done. I think we're good here, y'all. This is definitely soupier. What is the offensive flavor? It's this gravy. It's this quote-unquote gravy. And I don't have, why did I put that there? I don't have any of the stuff I would use to make gravy. Because, like, my mom makes really good gravy. And also, I'm just lazy. I don't want to have to make one. And so I bought one from the store and I felt like, well, maybe we can, like, figure it out. It's really salty. It's incredibly salty, but also tastes like nothing. Yeah, see, it's got 230 milligrams of salt per serving. And that's 1/4 of a cup, which is like a little bit bigger than I anticipated, but still, that's a lot of salt. That's 10% of your salt for the day. It's just a condiment. Oh, D is orange, E is yellow, F is pink. When I automatically think of flamingo when I think of pink. Are they natural or artificial? I don't know. You tell me. Yeah, it's incredibly salty, but also tastes like absolutely nothing. Like if you took a sip of, no, distilled salt water and then made it into a cream. That's what this is. Yeah, it's still bad. You think of your bed? When you think of F? You kind of think it's the next generation? What are we talking about? Making homemade gravy is very easy. I know it's easy. I just don't really want to do it. Especially because I bought this thinking it was going to taste okay, because this is what they get every Thanksgiving. They actively buy this on purpose and use it. And I had never tasted it before. And I wish I hadn't. My life would be better without it. Yeah, it's really bad. It tastes really bad. You get this cornstarch and, I mean, I have a little bit of the turkey stuff, like that cooked off of the turkey. You can use a little bit of that. Okay, yeah, I didn't want to have to do it. I wanted to use the rest of this shit, but let's go. Let's do it. Why not? And I literally just bought some more chicken stock. So we also have beef stock, but I feel like chicken stock is better for this. Because it's closer to being like turkey. These look really good. Maybe if I like... Yeah, these are pretty soft. I think we're good. Yeah, I can't eat this, but yeah. Yum, 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 yum. It can't get worse. Yeah, add it to the gravy. Yeah, you're right. That's a good idea. No disrespect. But are they white? By chance? No. No, they're not. Yeah, no, my husband is blickety black. And his mom makes, or his mom used to make soul food, like really good soul food. I don't know where this shit came into play. I don't, no idea. Maybe she just like never made gravy before. I don't know. I tend to think not, because like the food she made was delicious. She was an excellent cook. But god damn. Maybe she was just being lazy. And maybe gravy, because she didn't have a whole lot of gravy growing up, it's not something that's like a big deal to her. Maybe that's it. What is my definition of gravy? I don't even know how to. It's a condiment? Is it not? It's like a meaty, saucy, a guy that you put on your food. What color? Oh, dark. Like I typically, like my mom, when she makes gravy, it's dark. And so this is very much not what I'm used to seeing when I see gravy. Yeah, my mom's gravy is super duper dark, and like at room temperature, it is solid. Like, it's so much fat in there. It's absolutely opaque. It's not even like translucent. And so you have to heat it up. And she was actually really been out of shape during Christmas time, or not Christmas, during Thanksgiving, because she made the gravy at my aunt's house when we were in New York. And she kept having to reheat it because she thought like people kept coming. And so everyone was like, okay, it's time to eat. And so she would start reheating it, and then we would lull back to like, oh yeah, no, never mind, this thing is not done or whatever. Oh, it's not fat, it's collagen. Oh, I didn't know. Yeah, typically my mom will take the all the stuff from the turkey. That's what she wants. And if she comes to the house, and you've thrown out all like the leftover turkeys, drippings and all that shit, she will be fucking upset, and she will demand an answer. She will go around asking who threw it out. Really good for your flesh. Yeah, I love, yeah, because YouTube did not like that. It's a little bit brown. Oh yeah, you can't see that. It looks a little bit like dirty dishwater. But you know what? It doesn't taste like that. Ooh, should we put some onions in it? My mom puts onions in hers. Let's see. Maybe I'll put some onion powder in. Because maybe Dick doesn't like that. Like chunks of stuff. Because like this gravy is like loose. Where's my guy? Where's my little dude? See, this is the problem. There's too much stuff in here. I shouldn't have to go on a fucking excursion to find the onion powder. Like, I'm already blind and dyslexic. Where's this bitch at? Is it over here? No. I don't know where the shit is. What do you mean? And I remember like organizing, here we go. Organizing the hey Zoomer, put your foreskin into it. I remember organizing the spice pantry like a minute ago. And I did it by, what is it called? Alphabetical order. I caught myself trying to be like organized. No such luck here. That shit lasted for all of a day. A little bit more. And we'll use this. Why not? Nobody will. We will use this. Fan flavored is the best flavor. Flesh is crazy, not gonna lie. It is. But also, like, it's a thing that I love is using like inappropriately intense language for stuff. I love doing that. And so, for example, I have a meme that I saved on my phone. It's literally a meme I made. Hold up. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna pull it up on my phone and show y'all. So let me turn this down. I'm fucking around. Alright, so here's a meme I made. Yo, come get this motherfucker before misfortune befalls them. Like, I love using words like that to express, come get this bitch. Like, we could have said that, but no, let's say, come get this motherfucker before misfortune befalls them. Because it's, like, needlessly intense. And I have, like, the most fun when I'm making memes that, like, make people feel like, why did you say that? But also, why is that, like, perfectly encapsulating what I'm trying to express? Cut. Yeah, the shroom did cut out. Because I literally, I had to send that meme to myself on Facebook. Mix the cornstarch with cold water. Ooh, that's a good idea. Where? Yeah, we'll use this. My little cuppy cup. My little sauce guy. Could I have done it with the stock too? Because the stock is also cold. It's probably colder than the water. I actually haven't, I don't think I've put any salt in here yet. Let's bring this heat down. Alright. That's looking like the gravy that's in the jar. But it's gonna definitely taste better. Holy hell. Holy shit balls. I feel like this alone, with no salt in it, probably tastes better. That's really pretty. Why does that taste so salty? Did I put salt in this? I didn't put salt in this. Is it literally just from the stock? Yeah, because this is onion powder. It's not onion salt. Yeah, it's already kind of salty. I kind of don't even want to sully this gravy with the new or the old gravy. Mix fast to prevent curling. Yeah, I got a little bit, but I caught it. I caught it in time. How do you make it taste like richer without like using more salt? I mean, that's pretty good. You could do you know what? I'm gonna take your suggestion. Do you have one? White wine? We got some. You see me trying to open the container with my right hand? I literally can't screw things open with my right hand. Honey mustard? Use a glove, medium heat. That's exactly where I got it at! Listen! Perfect. Yeah, we'll see how this tastes, and I'll add some honey mustard, but I feel like that's gonna do it. Don't eat egg? There's no egg involved here. No, I do appreciate your the concern. Ooh, yeah, that was it. That was it. Yeah, we're not even gonna mess with this. No, we're pouring this out. Yeah, absolutely not. Why Sully this? Yeah, it tastes as you go. It doesn't taste alcoholic at all anymore. Beautiful. The turkey is turkeying. Let's see. Y'all want a piece? There you go. How did you want to see what it tastes like? Because it was like pre-seasoned. Yeah, it's definitely going to need the gravy because it's not cash money. If it's too salty, more wine. Don't forget to add the turkey juice to your sauce. I just used it in the pan that I made the turkey in. So it was already in there. That's probably why. That's probably why it was salty. Don't waste a drop. Absolutely not. Instructions unclear. Gravy turned green. Zoomer, what are you doing? What are you using? Wisdom has been chasing me my whole life. And you always seem to outrun it. In reference to your meme. Yes, I feel like you know exactly what I'm talking about, Joshua, when I talk about like a needlessly intense, like almost like a monologue from like a gangster movie, like a mob movie, where like you're saying some real poignant shit, but it's literally a meme. I love the dichotomy. Am I on a keto diet? No. Though you could probably say like that's the closest to the type of diet that like I eat. I avoid nightshades. So I'm on an anti-inflammatory diet, which is probably pretty close to like Mediterranean, which is also keto. Or relatively. Like if you had to like pick a diet that's like a type of food that's real close to being keto, would be Mediterranean. But yeah, I don't restrict what foods I eat, though I can't have nightshades, tomatoes, potatoes, peppers, because they do make me sick. But I do like them. And it's not for lack of trying. And I can eat tomatoes sparingly. Like when I'm in a real good place, like I haven't had a flare up in a really long time, but I'm in the middle of a flare up, so you know, it'd be like that. This gravy is fucking good. I am delighted. Thank you, Timo. I could have used you yesterday where I was struggling to make a pasta nest. Or like a pasta twirl. Because I wanted to make one. But I had bucatini. Just long fucking macaroni. And it was too thick. For like a first timer. If I had angel hair, it would have gone better. So we're gonna use this plate. I like this plate. I like it conceptually. Loose tongs, not tight. Yeah, I was using like these and they're tight. This is what I was using. Because I don't have tongs that are like mid-size. And like I was seeing people use, like I also don't have tongs that have like the end is like real small. So it's easier to get the spaghetti off. And so what I was using yesterday was one of these, like the meat fork. That was not it. It was a struggle. So I'm gonna try again with angel hair, and hopefully that'll be a little bit easier. Move the plate, not the tongs. Yeah, I didn't follow that instruction. It was definitely an instruction that I came across. But then by that time I was stressed out. And so I'm gonna try with some angel hair because I feel like that's gonna be a lot easier to work with. A lot less finicky, especially for our first timer. But did you see oh my god, did you see my charcuterie board? Did you see that shit? Oh my fucking god, it was beautiful. I made my first one for Thanksgiving. Like my aunt was like, I just got a whole bunch of meat and cheese and stuff and asked me to make one. And I was like, I've never made one, but let's go. And it came out really good. And I even had my little cousin help. She helped me by making some of these roses. And she did a really good job. She's, 8? She's little. And I love teaching kids how to do stuff. And every time I see her, she has forgotten who I am. And every time, It's like meeting me for the first time. And she falls in love with me every time. Because every time's the first time, she's just elated to meet me, or to know me, and to be around me, and it is flattering because it's almost like just the purity, the adorableness of having a dog just really into you. That's what it feels like for me, at least, when kids like me. And so I like kids. I just don't want to have any. You hit the wrong emoji. That's fine. With all plating, take the path of least resistance. Fewer movements. Create beauty. Yeah. Yeah. And sometimes I'd be forgetting that. And sometimes like simpler is definitely the way to go. And so this is really complicated, but it came out really, really nice. I like the roses a lot. And then in the middle of the rose, some of them have like these cheese rosettes, because she got some cheese rosettes from Aldi, and I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do with these? So I just put them in the middle of some of the roses. And then I have, you can't really see it, but there's kiwi on there too. People fucked up that kiwi. It was gold kiwi, and gold kiwi is the best kiwi. Take it up with God. Don't at me. If you aren't allowed to move your hips, you'll make a sexy ass plate. You love the way I do my eyes? Thank you. Yeah, the reason why this channel is called Legit Boring is because I get real bored with myself. So it's kind of a tongue-in-cheek kind of thing. But also, anytime someone comes in here saying it's boring, I'm like, bitch, you clicked the channel. What do you mean? Think of the way that Catholics think of sperms. Don't waste. Add wine if too salty. Wild. Yeah, YouTube didn't like that, but I did. Potatoes. Let's throw some of these bitches on here. And can't forget the veg. I like to kind of pile up the vegetables because Dig's got a high cholesterol, so we're trying to keep him on this plane of existence for a bit longer. So we double up on the vegetables. Have I tried anything tech? I'm not sure what you mean. Yeah, gold kiwis are god tier. Absolutely yes. The irony that you're not boring to us. Absolutely. Absolutely yes. Stick to the center and create height. So what I had started doing is I like got some on the let's just say the implement, whatever thing I was using, because I was using both the tongs and the fork. I got some on, and then I moved to another space, like on the in the spaghetti or in the pasta, and I got some more, and that seemed to make it like a little bit broader because I didn't want it to be like a real high, like volcano looking situation. I wanted it to be more like a nest, like wide, like a wide base. That's what I was talking about yesterday. The flared base. Sit context. Thank you. Oh, programming. No, I haven't. But my brother-in-law is a programmer, or he codes. That's his job, and he's made games, and websites. Like I feel like websites are like Winnie Hut Jr. for him, but he's made a game, which is kind of cool. But he's very regimented in the way that he thinks, and we're really similar. Like anytime he comes over and Dig's not here, we will talk for like an hour, which is a lot for him because he's an introvert too, and more so than I am. And so it's just really interesting to talk to somebody that's like in a very similar space to me. He's like very similar to me. Um, like he came in and was talking about reading a book about someone who was asexual, and I was like, bitch, look no farther. And it was just crazy because like it seems like he's not necessarily he's asexual and an egg, like he hasn't figured it out yet, but like it's something that he is endeavoring to understand in reading. I think it was like a graphic novel that he was reading. And so it was just really interesting to talk about the journey. And then he knew, because he had read this book, he knew like we start off thinking we're bisexual, and then we think, well, no, maybe pansexual, because it doesn't really matter to me, the gender, but maybe there's something wrong with me. Maybe I'm sick because I actually don't like doing it, but I don't care about people that I spend time with. And so it's just a really confusing, really convoluted way to get, like, you end up taking this path that's like all over the fucking place. There's some like a little bit of backslide, like you go backwards a lot, to end up almost like it's like taking this long journey where like this is your starting point and you've gone all over the fucking place and you end up here. It can be very frustrating, but I feel like the journey itself is what you should reflect upon. But that can be really frustrating. But it's cool to have someone that like gets it. It's called a boring field. I really don't. I feel like it's not. But I'm also a scientist. That's what I went to school for, is environmental science. And so lab work, a lot of the people that I'm in class with, they did not want to do lab work. And I'm like, bitch, it's different every time. If you're doing it right, it is different enough. Every time you do this same fucking distillation, every time you do this like pipetting, every time you have like amplification curves, it's different every time. And so maybe you're just not satisfied with that. You want a little bit more adventure, but that's what science is. It's doing the same thing over and over and over again. From your ace friends, what your ace friend said. It's fun on your own. It's awkward with someone else. Exactly that. That's exactly it. That's 100% it. That's encapsulates the experience perfectly. Yeah. And what I identify with like the best, like if we're like using ACE as like an umbrella term, because it is, and there's a bunch of things under the ACE spectrum, what I would say is that's very close to the egosexual experience, where the ego, the self, is separated from the experience. And so it's fun by yourself, but not with others. So I don't like doing with others. Though I'm a person that does consume smut. There's a lot of asexuals that they're not interested in sex whatsoever. And I fucking kind of hate it, the gold star asexuals, because just like in like any sexuality where you have like the gold star lesbians, where it's like, I've only ever been with women. I've never been sullied by a man. I feel like that's dumb to be proud of. Like, it's okay to be proud of it, but it's like, why though? It just seems a little, what is the word? Narrow-minded. And anytime I think of someone being narrow-minded, I just assume, like, I feel like it's stupid. Stupid and narrow-minded are synonymous for me. And so, what's your preference for smut? I actually write some. I used to write. Like, it's been years since I've last written, like, fics. But that's what I do. I write fics. My preference is, a lot of K-pop, because I'm into K-pop, and so I read K-pop smut. Yeah. But I write self-insert, which is interesting because that point of view is so weird, where it's second person omniscient, where you know the thoughts of everybody in the story because I've decided that. Um, but it's second person. It's not like I'm going over here. It's you went over there. And so it's second person, but also omniscient, which is just an interesting way to uh, explore writing. But yeah, let me show you all the plate before it gets too late. Yeah, because Dig is up and at him. So I'm live. Oh, I think he's in the bathroom. So look at the plate. Ooh. Ah, I'm gonna throw it in the microwave and then we'll put the gravy on top. Let's heat this up right quick. But yeah, the stream is gonna end soon because it is dinner time. Though I do appreciate y'all joining me today. Always fun, always a joy, always a pleasure. Always wonderful. How does this feel? This would be more. Like you get from writing what others do get from doing? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Absolutely. It's a huge fucking outlet. And it makes me feel better. It makes me feel more one with myself. Like the time when I was writing, I was probably my happiest. I was my most fulfilled. But then COVID happened and I can't concentrate. I haven't been able to concentrate for years. It's really bad. It's a problem. It's gravy time. Hell yeah. Ooh. That's really good. All right, let's get a sprig of parsley too. Let's get a little guy on there. Always need a little guy. Here's the plate. Pretty simple, but also delicious. And thank you, Timo, for the suggestion for the gravy and like giving me a little bit of a kick in the pants to just fucking make it, because it wasn't that hard. I was just feeling lazy. 2020 was a quiet year. It was. It absolutely was. And I don't know, like, my introverted friend, that's like real introverted, like super duper introverted, he was thriving during COVID. I kind of lost my mind a little bit. But I was living out of a hotel because I was deployed in Michigan. And so, poo gonna be gold. Yeah, I lost my mind just a little bit. Because I was in this hotel room, in this old ass hotel. I couldn't leave. I couldn't go out on a trail anywhere because everything was closed. It a little bit drove me insane. Whew. But yeah, I think that's it for me. I'll show you the final plate one more time before we head out. Ooh, yeah, delightful. It smells really good too. Yeah, it was a rough go. And I gained like 80 pounds that year. It was bad. Nice presentation. Thank you. Let's see. You're gonna need some of my writings in your inbox. I will yeah, I'll send you a link to my AO3, because I got one. I got one. And a lot of people come through on there like saying really lovely stuff, really nice stuff. Because the way that I write is from the perspective often of a non-binary person, but I do have like other fics, like I'll have different versions where I'm like AFAB, AMAB, dominant, submissive, and so I try to like accommodate everybody, but it's difficult to do. And so I try to just keep them gender neutral. So I will send you that, or I can put it in the community tab if anybody else is interested. It's a little much for some people because it is very K-pop oriented. But if you're interested in seeing how I write, it's definitely an example. And I can get real motherfucking flowery. Like incredibly flowery. Like weirdly flowery. Like knowing the kind of person I am. Like you would think that I write horror. But I mean I do. There are some horror components that I get into. Just not in that kind of writing. But yeah, I write a lot of romance, surprisingly. But yeah, I'm gonna crank this pomelo right quick. And Cowboy, hey! What's cooking in the kitchen? Let me show you. I'm about to end the stream, but we made some turkey, potatoes, and broccoli for dinner. Yep. But yeah, we're going to end it now. Thank you guys for coming through and showing your support and joining me for the ride. Oh, it's so good. This is so good. I'm dropping on the floor. Thank you. And you guys have a fantastic rest of your day and weekend and life. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna head out. Y'all have a fantastic rest of your day. Yeah, I'll talk to you later, Cowboy. I'll hit you up on Instagram.